Hello ladies and gents, I am the Rev, and this is Mutant Year Zero, Road to Eden, the Beginner's Guide, and today we're going to be going over the Arc, which is where you do all of your upgrades and bonuses. So first, when you come here, you got your weapon shop here on the left, you got Prip's Place, which is where the artifacts go, and you got Iradia's shop. So first thing you want to do is go into Prip's Place.
After a killer day in the zone, you know you can always come to Prip's for some high-quality grog. You want to get loaded? Order a shot. No butane, no bleach, only natural ingredients. I also dabble in a little antiquity trading. So if you find any cool artifacts out in the wasteland, bring them to me and I might give you something in return. Comprende?
Alright, so what that means is I've got 3 of these artifact points. I did go out and grab a little extra stuff. Didn't do a whole lot of combat because I wanted to show you guys how to upgrade all the weapons. We'll do that very soon. But first thing, Deal Maker. 20% discount in Iradia's shop. You definitely want that. And then from there, it's going to depend on your playstyle. We have Mule unlocks an extra grenade slot per crew member, and that goes for all of the crew. You have a total of 5, I think. And then we got Tough Guy, and of course, going with your difficulty level, the higher in the difficulty above normal you do, the more of the stuff on the left you're going to probably want to do. So we've got extend bleed out by 2 turns. Then Pyromania, you have to do this to unlock everybody else. Additional damage against mechanical enemies. I never did this one simply because I ran with Pharaoh, and we have ducks here too. Both of those have a EMP shot on them, so that doesn't really become necessary. Increased grenade damage by 4. That is a good idea. Again, depending on how you're going in and what difficulty level, anything you can do to increase your offense. And then improves med kit by 3 HP points. Again, difficulty level, or as you're getting near the end of the game. Extended EMP grenade effect by 1 turn. Now this one, that extra turn on the grenade can definitely make a big difference when you start fighting some of the giant mechs near the end of the game. Then we've got Butcher, 10% chance against living creatures, and Ranger increased weapon damage by 1. And that goes across all your weapons. That one's a definite must. Personally, I like running with the grenades. You always have the option of firepower. I didn't really worry about Tough Guy, simply because if you roll with all of your guys and use stealth to your advantage as much as possible, you can make it through the game on normal. So I went right into Pyromania. Now at this point, what I would choose next would probably be grenades, and then going straight down to the Zapper, and then down to the Ranger, but then that's my playstyle.
Have a swell time out there.
Alright, so the only thing I didn't really say anything was the Elder, which is up here, and you don't need to talk to him. That is just for story points, and he kind of just lectures you. And all the stuff he says, he's kind of vague, and then you find out at the end of the game why that is. Don't want to tell you? Watch the playthrough. Alright, so up next, I would suggest going over here to Iradia's shop. Again, depending if you know what you have. So, Iradia's shop.
My favorite, the Molotov Cocktail. Simple and effective. Light it, throw it, watch the world burn.
Hooah! And she's always got something fun and exciting to say. So, the things you can currently get at the beginning of the game, and they will add extra weapons and scopes. We've got the grenade, Molotov Cocktail, smoke bomb, med kits. They only have 1 rifle that you can get right now, which is a pipe gun. And then you have Ancient Sight. 20% added to weapon range. And again, depending on your play style, you might want to purchase these. We're going to grab that.
Bye.
That's probably it. And now, Delta's Fix-It Pit.
Heard you met some of them ghouls in the weird outfits out there. They call them shamans or something. Their screams alert nearby ghouls and sends them running straight for you. Next time you see a shaman, shut him up before all hell breaks loose.
One thing I did do by pushing into this, into an area, is I did pick up another character. So there is Elma, and each of the new characters starts with one weapon. She starts with a silenced weapon, which is awesome. So that means, we have the ability to have 3 silenced weapons. You cannot buy silencers, but you can have 3 silenced weapons. Or 4, later in the game, you'll be able to buy another crossbow. Alrighty, so up in the right corner are the weapons parts. That is what we use to upgrade our weapons. This is the one Borland started with. And you can see it goes damage 6, damage 7, range 8. That's the one that we want to keep our eyes open for. Now you can immediately fix it by putting in added weapon range, and I'll tell you to put it up to 10. Now, the reason I wouldn't use the first one, but I might do it with the second, is because the second one can destroy enemy cover and knocks back enemies. But anyways, you can see, still goes up, damage 8, the crit is only 9, range is the same. And then we have Dux and his silenced weapon. Now this one you'll be able to buy later, so you can have more than just 3 of the silenced weapons, because Elma and Pharaoh both have silenced weapons, but same thing here. We've got 5 and then 7. One big thing about the weapons, you'll notice that the smaller weapons don't go that high. So the pistol, and then there's another pistol, both of those top out at 6 for damage. But you'll want to get them up first because you're going to be using your silenced attack as much as possible. The secondary weapons you're going to want to use for when you don't have to worry about being quiet, and it's all about damage. So next thing we do, if we want to get more weapons part, I bought that weapon for a reason. So you go out of Delta's Fix's shop, go into your inventory, and depending on whoever you want to give it to, see, we got Dux up here, so we'll do that. We'll give him that rifle. We now go back to Delta's Fix's shop.
Fix boss was my dad, and my dad just died.
And
so now you're stuck with me. What do you want?
You cannot dismantle a weapon that is equipped, and once weapons are equipped, you have to have a weapon to unequip them. So you hit dismantle, and you do get more weapons parts for the higher level of weapon that you put in there. These are the cheapo basic weapons. So we will go in and we'll put it right there. Now the next thing up is we've got our scopes and our damage modules. Now you do get this scope. You pick it up off of a character as you kill them, and you just have to click on it and it comes right back out. Now you can see up here that you have a scope there. Now it is 20 and 30 added weapon range. There is also one that raises the crit damage. Damage modules, we've got 20% chance to disable robotic enemies. They have 2 in the game that are 50, so you can set it up if you load your characters correctly, and I do show this in the playthrough, how you can basically stun lock and then just keep EMPing and killing the characters, where the mechs and the health robots can never actually get a shot off. No damage, no noise, works great. Then we have 50% chance to burn enemies. That will, of course, it's kind of like throwing a Molotov Cocktail, but it is only on one enemy. And there is an electronic rifle that has the same effect. When you shoot them, it sets them on fire, so they lose damage over time, and the initial damage of being hit. So you can attach either one of these that you want. And let's see, we'll just do that. We'll put everything on our first one here. So now when I go back to the main menu, you can see that both of these are highlighted and ready to go. There's a fast and dirty version of how to use the Arc. You'll be coming back and forth, and as always, you can easily, just by clicking on it, once you've visited it, you can return because you'll get probably like halfway through an area and then you might want to jump back to this. You can do that and then go in wherever you left off in that old area. You have to work your way back to it, but all the characters you killed, once they're dead, they're dead. There you go, folks. If you have any questions, please put them down in the comment section and I'll do my best to answer them. As always, I am the Rev. This is Mutant Year Zero, Road to Eden, the Beginner's Guide. Up next is up to you guys. Let me know down in the comments if there's anything about the game you want to know more about, characters, anything like that, how to use characters, anything that, along those lines. And as always, keep your heads down, your guns up, and I'll see you again real damn soon.